Good morning, students. Hope you are safe and sound at home and studying and watching the videos regularly. And I hope you are also doing the assignments and homeworks which are being given to you all. So students, now we'll come to the next part of this chapter, that is lesson number 2 of history, in which we saw journey of primitive man to settled life. We'll come to the next part here, that is settled life, food, shelter and clothing. Now students, in the previous two parts, what did we see? We saw how man was living a primitive life. And from that, he lived a life of settlement. Gradually, slowly, he started moving towards settled life by going in search of food. Then he discovered fire and discovered wheel. And in this way, he started making houses and started to live a settled life slowly, that is gradually. All of a sudden, that was not possible, but gradually it was done by human beings in the ancient ages. So, we will see today how settled life, food, shelter and clothing helped the primitive man or early man to develop his life. Early life and pastoral activity. Now students, what do you mean by this word pastoral activity? It means pasture lands, that is activity related to green fields, that is areas where you can graze your cattle. You know now, herbivores, we studied about herbivorous animals or herbivores, cow, goat, sheep, they need grass to eat, that is their feed or their food. So that fodder was available from open green lands, that is known as pasture lands. So pastoral activity means giving areas for cattle to feed. Okay. So that area is known as pasture lands. Okay. So that area where cattle grazes and that activity which is done by the human being is known as pastoral activity or taking cattle for grazing. Why? Because primitive man had started domesticating the animals. We saw it in the previous videos. So now, due to this, what happened? The main occupation of farming and the second main occupation of cattle rearing or animal husbandry both led to leading of a settled life for human being in the ancient ages. And due to that, we know that agricultural land cannot be left out. If you are starting agriculture on a specific area of land, you have to give it time. How? By watering the land, by taking out all the weeds out of that area, then by plowing the land, then sowing the seeds. So all these processes take much time. So what happened? To look after the agricultural land, man had to stay at a proper place. He had to settle down at a specific place. So because of farming also, man began to live a settled life. First cattle rearing and then because of farming, man began to live a settled life. Why? Because he had to grow crops in that land. Then he had to harvest it at a specific time. Now what do you mean by the word harvest means? Whenever you sow seeds in your field, after a specific period of time, when the crops grow up, you have to cut those crops and take it to the market to sell or keep it for your own consumption. So that time when you cut the crops is known as harvesting of crops. So students, after harvesting these crops, one has to keep these crops properly in a specific place. So we should take out the husk from that crop, that is the part which is not needed, and the grains which he needed, kept it or stored it at a specific place. So for storage, he had stone jars. To store the grains, he had stone jars with him. So use of stone again comes over here. See? We saw stone weapons, stone tools and all. So now stone jars were made by the primitive man to store his grains. And then this led to the beginning of settled life in India. That is India. People started settling themselves at a specific place. Why? Because of farming and secondly because of animal husbandry or cattle rearing. And due to this, what happens? If a settled life starts, then what will happen? If you are settled at a specific place, your settled life starts, so what will end, students? Your wandering life will end. Okay? So here, the name of the chapter is proved true. The wandering life comes to an end. That is roaming in search of food and water and shelter. Wandering from one place to another gets over and you start living a settled life at a specific place. And clothing, food, then the way of living, everything started to change gradually. Why? Because now primitive man had stopped wandering and had started to live at a specific place. And the crops which he grew were wheat, barley, and then he started consuming meat which was cooked. Why? Because discovery of fire had already been done. abundant of water was available to them near river banks, and they started eating fruits and roots which were edible for them near their settlements. Near settlements means near the places where they lived. Settlements means areas where they lived or their houses. So we can say that agriculture and cattle rearing or animal husbandry both played a very important role in beginning of a settled life and ending of a wandering life, or a wanderer's life was ended and a settled life was started by the primitive man. And he started living in houses made of mud, thatch. So as we saw in the previous video, thatch means hay or dry grass. So thatch, mud, etc. many other things he used to make his house. And then stone implements were also used by him, like chisel, spade, sickle. All these things he used to till the ground, to cut the crops, and to cut the roots of trees, trunks, etc. For different uses, he used stone implements also. Now students, on page number 9 of your textbook, you have a blue box. That box has 6 main points in which you have 2 main columns. The first column consists of grains, settlements, weapons, animals. Second one is of places. That is, the first column shows the grains which are grown by primitive man, the settlements and weapons which are used, and the animals which are used, and the places where these remains are found by archaeologists. That is mentioned in the second column. Okay students? So students, let's go through the table on page number 9. First one, wheat, barley were the crops, sheep, goat were the animals kept by him, and stone implements were used by primitive man. And where did we find these remains? From Mehergarh, that is presently in Pakistan. Okay. Second one is of rice. Rice is the main grain over here. Bones of animals were the weapons. And the place where it was found by archaeologists was Koldi Hawa in Uttar Pradesh. Third one is rice, sheep, goat, stone implements. Rice is the grain grown. Sheep, goat are the animals kept by him as domesticated animals. Stone implements were used by him. And it is found in Mahagarh, Uttar Pradesh. These are the places where archaeologists found these remains. Okay. Fourth one, human settlement. That means students, areas where they lived in groups. Houses where they lived in groups. He was domesticating which animal students? Rhino. And Langnaj, that is in Gujarat. That is the place where the remains of these things are found. Fifth one, wheat and lentil are the crops. Lentil means students pulses. All sorts of pulses. Okay. Then dogs were the animals domesticated, and pit houses. Pit houses means houses made in the form of small pits. Okay. And the places are Burjom and Gufra in Kashmir. Sixth one is buffalo and bull were the animals, and implements are not mentioned clearly, so you can assume stone implements. And Chirand in Bihar were the places where these things were found. And the implements are not mentioned, you can take either wooden or stone implements. So students, this table shows us how from different places in India you can find the archaeological remains of the primitive man and what all things he used. The first one, that is Mehergarh, is presently now not in India, it is in Pakistan. Rest of the places you can find in India. Now students, after that, what's written over there? That the information about the human settlement and cattle rearing can be found from which all places? Burjom, Gufkral, Puragi, Mehergarh, Langnaj and Bhimbetka. And these places, as you already know, who discovers these places? Who finds out the remains? Who digs out the remains? Archaeologists. They dig out the remains from different land sites and help us in studying history. Then from places like Mehergarh and Inamgarh. Students, we already saw Mehergarh is presently in Pakistan, but Inamgarh, this place is presently in Maharashtra. Okay. So Inamgarh and Mehergarh, from these places we can even get information about their houses and how they did their farming. They used to grow grains like barley and bajar. Now, sharp stone implements have been found from places like Mehergarh and Inamgarh. That means they might be using that for farming. And Mehergarh is considered as the oldest village of ancient India. So as I told you, it is present in Pakistan. So this is about the primitive age. So Mehergarh is or may be considered as the oldest village of ancient India. Okay. This may be considered, not exactly true fact, but it can be considered as the oldest village of ancient India. And you can see Mehergarh in the map, students, on the screen. Farming of barley and wheat started from here. And they reared sheep and goat as their domesticated animals. Just like the other places, people of Mehergarh also did farming, and they also stored grains in barns or jars made of stone. So students, here I have a main point here. We saw stone jars. Jars made of stone means large containers made of stone to store the grains. But stone barns. What do you mean by that, students? Here means just like nowadays we have godowns or warehouses to store something, especially to store food grains. The smaller version of that is known as a barn. You can see sort of a room in which you can store grains. So that was also found in Mehergarh. And people also found bones of animals, that is archaeologists. Archaeologists also found bones of animals there. That means what? They reared animals there. That is domestication of animals was done. And they lived in rectangular shaped houses. Which shaped houses, students? Rectangular shaped houses. Okay. And small barns which were found there shows us the evidence, or we have the proof that they had done farming of grains. That is very clear from the barns seen there. And according to evidences found in Mehergarh, they honored the dead by burying them. Now students, honoring the dead by burying them means, what do you mean by that? Burying them in the ground. After the death of a person, they used to bury the dead body in the ground. So that was done by the primitive man. So that is also an evidence that they honored the dead persons. And many such evidences have been found there. Many such proofs have been found. At one place, we also have an evidence that a goat was also buried along with a man. So you can see, along with a man, dead body of a man. The dead body of a goat was also seen. The carcass of a dead goat was seen. That means animals were kept by them as domesticated animals. So they reared animals, and after their death, they used to bury the dead animals also. And we found, what did we find here? We found that the dead body of a man was buried alongside the dead body of the carcass of a goat. We can come to know that from these evidences that belief of life after death was also prevalent in the primitive man. That is, life after death was also the philosophy of the primitive man. Why? He buried the dead man, that is, he honored the dead man. So the dead people were buried with great honor. So you can see that the primitive man had the belief in life after death. And thus we can see that the primitive man started his journey from a primitive man into a settled person. That is, from a wanderer into a settled human being. And in the same way, in Annam in Maharashtra, where remains of dead bodies of children have been also found. So children were also given honor by burying them after their death. So we can say that people were honored in those days after their death. And they lived in circular shaped houses. That is, they lived in round shaped houses. Which sort of houses did they have? They had round shaped houses. Okay, so we can say that people began to live a settled life gradually, and they did farming of bajra and barley also. So thus we can say that primitive man learned gradually how to live a comfortable life. So students, we come to the conclusion of this chapter. What did we see in the previous videos? We saw how primitive man started his life. Then we saw about the Paleolithic age, that is Stone Age, stone implements. Then implements made of wood, that is tools made of wood and stone. Then we saw different places where man lived, where the archaeologists found remains. And then we saw how the primitive man started to live a settled life by using different methods. That is, the first one was farming, second one was animal husbandry or cattle rearing. And then thus he changed his food habits, his dressing style, his way of living. So students, thus come to the conclusion of the chapter. So students, read the textbook thoroughly, pages 6 to 10. These pages you have to read. Only then you will understand the concept clearly. Watch the videos carefully, students. And then After watching the videos, read from page 6 to 10 of this chapter. Okay students, thank you.